Hey guys, welcome back. So this video is going to have a few things in it. I came out the other day and my tomato plants had collapsed, and I'll insert the video so you guys can see it, but they got so many tomatoes on them, they collapsed my little cages that I have, and they're pretty sturdy cages too, but I think what happened is I put too much on that middle layer, so it was just too much weight. But I'm going to insert that video first, and then today's kind of a hodgepodge of a few things that I need to do, but I thought I'd just bring you along with me. So after we take a look at that, I'm going to give you a little update on that and how it's doing. And then last night my sisters and mom came over and we made our salsa. We do this every year. I actually have a video of how we make the salsa, and it's amazing canned salsa. If you guys love salsa, I would definitely try this one out. So I'll link that video down below, and I'll insert some pictures of us having a good time doing that. It's always a good time, but it's like a late night, but we enjoy it even though it's exhausting. I think we did 3 batches, and you get about 12 pints out of each batch. So we got a good amount. I'll have another flush of tomatoes and we'll be able to do that again in a couple weeks. Then we also came out here and I let them take a bunch of cut flowers home, and that was fun too. So they each had a little bouquet that they took home. We picked some raspberries back here just because we have a few, and we made raspberry shakes. It was just a really good time. I would highly suggest, if you're gonna make salsa, to do it with people because it goes faster, it's more fun, and it just makes the chore more enjoyable. So I'll show you the tomatoes here, and then we'll talk about what we're gonna do next after that. So my tomato plant, my Roma, collapsed this cage. And they're all sitting on top of each other. I was kind of holding off until more got ripe so I could make salsa, but there's quite a few tomatoes that are ripe. And so I'm just gonna pick them all and then try to figure out how to support this. My son's gonna help me. And then try to figure out how to set it back up. So that's what I'm doing this morning. But yeah, look, there's quite a few ripe tomatoes. They look so good. And I think if I get some of that weight off, it'll be better. There's some in here too. And then all these are just on top of each other in here. It's such a mess. My goodness, but there's quite a few ripe ones, so I think it's time to make a batch of salsa. But I just wanted to show you this before I did it. And then hopefully we can remedy this plant before killing it and make it so this one's not so heavy. Let's start picking. Okay, so I got quite a few tomatoes off. There's quite a bit. Hopefully these stay good for at least 3 or 4 days. I'm just not quite in the position to make salsa yet. I left some that were, I wanted to pull these. I thought, I'll wait 4 more days to get those. And this one looks like it's about ready to collapse. I think what happened is I put too much weight on this middle one. I should have left some of the branches down here. There's literally nothing having support on this lower one. It's all on the middle one. And it's just too much weight. I kept like raising it up, and I should have just tried to do it on the tiers. So anyway, I think I will have my husband, he can't right now, but put stakes in here. And I think I did that last year too, where I staked that up like that. And that helps it from falling forward, because once it falls forward and loses that straight circle, then I think these pop off easier. So we'll do that a little bit later, and I'll try to get it on film. Right now I have somewhere to go, so I don't know what this video is going to be part of. I also need to come and like tie up the rest of my dahlias, and so maybe I'll do that for the rest of this video, and this will be a fun video. And maybe I'll pick some raspberries too and just do some work in this bed, but not right now. Maybe later tonight, or maybe in the morning. So I will see you when I get back in a second from wherever that may be. So it's a really, really beautiful morning. It's a little bit cooler, but I can feel in the air that it's gonna heat up pretty quickly. So I tried to get out here as early as I could. But here are the tomatoes after that. You can see they suffered a little bit from getting jostled around, and we have some tomatoes that are kind of laying on the ground, but I'm just gonna kind of leave them and see how they do. This one ended up collapsing, so next year I'm gonna be more careful about how I layer things on and not just really heavy load that middle layer. So we'll see what tomatoes we get out of that. We do want to do one more batch, so we'll just buy some from a local farmer's market if we have to, because we definitely want to do more. And I've also got quite a few of my pineapple tomatoes. Look how cute. And I'm excited to try those, so we should have some of those too for the salsa. So today I think I want to work on just deadheading my dahlias. I did it the other day, but I like to keep deadheading them so they keep bringing us more blooms, and I want them nice and full for a few parties that I have coming here in the coming weeks. So I'm going to keep out on that, so I'll do that. And then the last chore that we're going to do today is I'm going to cut back these roses. They've bloomed, they've had their second flush. Look how pretty. And I'm going to cut back this climbing rose and maybe train it a little bit. I'm going to cut off these front ones here. And just, I told you guys that this is Tranquility. Look how wild it is. It throws up these huge canes. And I've talked about that in my rose video. So it almost could be a climber, really. But I'm gonna cut that back because it's wild. I'm gonna fertilize them one more time. All my roses, in fact, I'll probably just film these though. And then put more rose tone at the bottom because I want them to have one more good flush before the end of the season. So I think the timing's good. We'll let them do that last flush, and then I usually like them to go to hip for the end of the season to kind of finish out. Okay, so let's do that. Hurt a few of my fingers. I have some band-aids on. I'm gonna put gloves on, and we'll see. I'll be careful, but I just definitely want to get this done. It's nice and shaded this morning, so it should be really, really nice. So let's just get right into the rest of the projects. One thing I wanted to say about these is I have really, really enjoyed having flowers in front of these because the base of them can look a little brown. The leaves always get a little brown down there. I don't know if everyone has that issue, if it's just an issue here and they're probably not getting enough water. It's so hot here and dry that I've been having to supplement my water a little bit, but I just have loved that. Every year I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put flowers, some type of flower in front. I think something spilling next year would be really, really pretty, like some kind of petunia, or I'm actually really thinking of doing just white. The mini vista, oh, I have loved that this year, so I think that will be pretty. I like the white because it goes with any color. Obviously it's neutral, and so I have really enjoyed that this year. So I just wanted to mention that. Okay, I think that's it for this video. A little bit short today, but that's okay. I just wanted to do one small chore before I go to the garden center, and I think I'm gonna film that. So I don't know if that will come up after my garden tour or before, we'll see. And then of course I'm gonna do a dahlia tour coming up pretty soon. I'm just waiting for everything to really start blooming and get going. I'm waiting for it to cool off just a touch because I think they do a little bit better in our area, and so that should be something fun for you guys to look forward to. I also want to come in a different day because it's going to take me a little while to continue to train my Lady of Shalott rose on my obelisk, and that should be kind of a bigger chore, so I'll probably film that. And then I need to just finish a few other roses out front with pruning, and then we're pretty much done with the roses today. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you in my next video. Bye.